For most of the early season, the Los Angeles Lakers were trying to win games by relying on their defense and a more controlled, conservative offensive approach. At times, that strategy worked, but it quickly became clear that the team had very little margin for error. Even LeBron James acknowledged this issue in interviews, stating that the Lakers had to play almost perfectly to secure victories. And then, everything changed. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Last month, the Lakers made a blockbuster move, bringing in Luka Doncic, one of the most dynamic and gifted offensive players in the NBA. His arrival instantly reshaped the way the team played. Head coach J.J. Redick summed it up best: the Lakers now have two supercomputers on the floor, Doncic and James. These two high IQ playmakers see the game in ways most players can't. And then, there's Austin Reeves, who, in Redick's words, is like a high-performance gaming PC compared to the two supercomputers. Doncic's addition has transformed the Lakers into a more unpredictable and dangerous offensive unit, addressing a fundamental issue that had been holding them back. Before Luka's arrival, the Lakers' offensive struggles were evident. The team had talent, but there was something off, something preventing them from reaching an elite level. In a report by The Athletic, journalist Jovan Buha explained how Redick identified a core issue with the Lakers' offense. Redick felt the Lakers had a certain geometry problem. They weren't breaking down defenses consistently enough or generating the high-percentage three-point opportunities that elite teams, like Boston and Cleveland, create. With Luka Doncic in the lineup, everything changed. Doncic is an offensive maestro, capable of manipulating defenses in ways that very few players can. His ability to force double teams and defensive traps is unparalleled. Even LeBron doesn't see that kind of defensive attention as frequently as Luka does. That's because Doncic possesses a unique skill set. He can hit deep three-pointers off the dribble, forcing defenses to stretch further than they'd like. Buha elaborated on Doncic's impact. Doncic is arguably the best pick-and-roll specialist in the league. Most defenses send at least two, sometimes even more, defenders at him when he comes off a screen. And when they do, he has multiple ways to pick them apart. That's what makes Doncic so dangerous. If teams decide to blitz him with multiple defenders, he will exploit the gaps in the defense with his elite court vision. If they play him straight up, he has the ability to shoot over the top or drive to the basket at will. His presence has completely altered the way opposing teams have to defend the Lakers, making life easier for everyone on the court. As a result, the Lakers' offense has become significantly more fluid and unpredictable. The team is now generating better looks, moving the ball more efficiently, and creating mismatches that didn't exist before. One of the most immediate effects of Doncic's arrival has been a dramatic increase in the Lakers' three-point attempts. Before Doncic, the Lakers were struggling to keep up with the modern NBA's emphasis on perimeter shooting. But after Luka's first game in purple and gold, everything shifted. Since Doncic made his debut on February 10th, the Lakers have attempted 42.3 three-pointers per 100 possessions, the second highest mark in the NBA over that span. Before he arrived, they averaged just 34.3 per 100 possessions, ranking 26th in the league. That is a staggering increase in volume. Even though the Lakers aren't converting their threes at an elite percentage just yet, the sheer number of attempts forces opposing defenses to adjust. Defenders can no longer pack the paint against LeBron and Davis. They now have to respect the outside shot, creating more space for everyone to operate. Of course, the transition hasn't been completely seamless. The Lakers are still adjusting to Luka's style of play, and there have been some growing pains along the way. For one, injuries have slowed the team's ability to build chemistry. LeBron James and Rui Hachimura have both missed games, which has disrupted the flow of the offense at times. The team is also still figuring out the best lineups and rotations to maximize Doncic's impact while keeping other key players involved. But despite these challenges, the early results have been promising. Even in games where shots aren't falling, the Lakers now pose a greater offensive threat than they did earlier in the season. And that's a sign of things to come. Right now, the Lakers are still winning largely through their defense, but it's only a matter of time before the offense fully clicks. Once their three-pointers start falling at a higher rate and they improve in transition, their scoring potential could explode. That's exactly why J.J. Redick is so confident in this roster. The full firepower of the Lakers is still untapped. They haven't yet reached their peak, and when they do, they could become one of the most unstoppable teams in the league. The combination of Doncic and LeBron, two of the highest IQ players in NBA history, gives the Lakers a unique edge. These two supercomputers, processing the game in real time, making split-second decisions, and exploiting defensive weaknesses is a terrifying prospect for the rest of the league. And if LeBron and Rui Hachimura return at full strength, and Doncic continues to improve his three-point efficiency, the Lakers could turn into one of the scariest teams in the NBA. As Redick put it, the Lakers' offensive geometry finally makes sense. The spacing has improved, the ball movement is sharper, and now, the Lakers are on track to becoming the dominant team their fans have been waiting for. One thing is clear: the arrival of Luka Doncic has reshaped the Lakers. And if they continue on this trajectory, they won't just be a playoff team, they could be a serious championship contender. The Los Angeles Lakers are maintaining a realistic approach regarding the injuries of LeBron James and Rui Hachimura as the team moves into a critical stage of the season. Coming off a strong 107-96 victory against the Phoenix Suns last Sunday, the Lakers are steadily regaining momentum. The ultimate goal is to have their full roster healthy and available as they push toward the playoffs, but the road to recovery for key players like LeBron and Rui remains a challenge. While both are making progress, head coach J.J. Redick is taking a cautious and pragmatic stance, acknowledging the difficulties of reintegrating them into the rotation amidst a relentless schedule. The biggest obstacle? The Lakers simply don't have the luxury of practice time right now. Their schedule is jam-packed, leaving little opportunity for full-contact training sessions that would typically be necessary for a smooth return. I'd have to check the next 3 weeks, but it's highly unlikely we'll have a full practice. I think we'll have one in April. That's just the reality of playing every other day. Even if we do some on-court work, there won't be live contact between games. So, they'll have to ease their way back in. Redick's approach reflects the reality of managing injuries in a compressed NBA calendar. Ideally, LeBron and Rui would participate in full-contact practices before stepping back onto the court in a game setting, ensuring they are physically prepared while minimizing any risk of re-injury. However, under these circumstances, a gradual return seems like the only viable option. This is something a lot of guys have had to deal with, Redick explained. I've done it myself a few times. Ideally, you'd want to practice, but that's just not realistic at the moment. Despite these constraints, the Lakers remain confident in their medical staff, led by Dr. Leroy Sims. The team's medical professionals are taking every precaution to ensure a safe and strategic recovery process for all injured players, carefully balancing the urgency of competition with long-term health considerations. As the Lakers navigate through the final stretch of March, their schedule is anything but forgiving. The team faces 9 more games before the month ends, including 2 sets of back-to-back matchups. This rigorous sequence leaves little room for rest, recovery, or structured practice sessions. The only slight break comes between their March 31st showdown against the Houston Rockets and their April 3rd matchup against the Golden State Warriors. For LeBron and Rui, this means returning to action will require careful planning and in-game adjustments rather than structured practice sessions. But they're not the only ones impacted by the tight schedule. The entire rotation has felt the strain. With key players missing, the Lakers have increasingly relied on two-way contract players to step up and fill critical roles. Christian Koloko, Trey Jemison III, and Jordan Goodwin have all played valuable minutes, with Goodwin even earning a starting spot in recent games. While their contributions have been a major boost for the team, their availability comes with its own set of challenges. The Lakers are facing a dilemma when it comes to their two-way players. These contracts allow players to split time between the NBA and the G League, but come with a strict limit on the number of NBA games they can participate in. As these players continue to log more minutes, the team is rapidly approaching that limit. It's tough because Jordan Goodwin has really earned the trust of the coaching staff, Redick admitted. But that's just how two-way contracts work, and we already have a full roster. It's the same with Trey Jemison. We just have to manage it. With key players still out, we can't afford to take them out of the rotation right now. We'll reassess when we have a fully healthy squad. The Lakers currently have a full 15-man roster, meaning they don't have an open spot to convert a two-way player into a standard contract. The team briefly had an opening when Christian Wood was waived, but they quickly filled it by signing veteran center Alex Len. If the Lakers want to ensure Koloko, Jemison, or Goodwin remains eligible for the postseason, they'll have to make a difficult decision. Either open up a roster spot by waiving a player or hope they can manage their minutes carefully enough to avoid hitting the game limit before the regular season ends. While managing roster logistics is important, the Lakers' main focus remains on getting their stars back on the floor. LeBron James has been dealing with nagging injuries throughout the season, and his presence is crucial as the team looks to solidify its playoff positioning. Rui Hachimura has also been a key contributor when healthy, and his return would add much-needed depth and versatility to the lineup. However, as Redick has emphasized, the Lakers won't rush the process. The goal is to ensure both players are fully ready before they return, even if that means waiting a little longer than expected. With the playoffs looming, the team understands that short-term setbacks can't compromise their long-term success. For now, the Lakers will have to continue grinding through their challenging schedule, relying on a mix of veteran leadership, two-way contributors, and strategic rotations to stay competitive. The road ahead won't be easy, but if they can get healthy at the right time, they'll be a dangerous team heading into the postseason. The Los Angeles Lakers might be considering a major move to enhance their roster by reuniting with a two-time NBA champion guard from the Orlando Magic, potentially trading Dalton Knecht to make it happen. While the Lakers have shown significant promise this season, even if they fall short of securing the championship this year, the future of the franchise looks bright. With LeBron James and Luka Doncic forming a dynamic duo, delivering exceptional scoring and playmaking abilities, the Lakers are in a strong position to remain competitive in the Western Conference for the foreseeable future. However, there is always room for improvement, and the Lakers could take advantage of the upcoming offseason to further elevate their chances by adding another key piece to their lineup. The prospect of bringing back a familiar face from their championship past could be one such move. According to Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has emerged as a potential trade asset for the Lakers, while Dalton Knecht could be a prime target for the Orlando Magic in a deal that could reunite Caldwell-Pope with the Lakers. This could add another layer of experience and veteran leadership to the team's roster. Caldwell-Pope's time with the Lakers during the 2019-20 season was crucial to the team's championship success. He played a key role in Los Angeles's title-winning campaign, offering both perimeter defense and scoring reliability. Throughout the regular season, Caldwell-Pope averaged 9.3 points per game, shooting a solid 46.7% from the field and a respectable 38.5% from beyond the arc. These shooting percentages helped the Lakers stretch defenses and create opportunities for LeBron James and Anthony Davis to operate in the paint. When the postseason arrived, Caldwell-Pope's contributions were even more significant. Despite not being the primary scorer, he stepped up in clutch moments, averaging 10.7 points per game during the playoffs. He shot 41.8% from the field and 37.8% from three-point range over the course of the 21 playoff games he played, demonstrating his ability to perform on the biggest stage. His defense, particularly on the perimeter, was also vital to the Lakers' championship defense, and he showed he could guard multiple positions effectively. However, after the Lakers' championship victory, Caldwell-Pope was involved in a significant trade that sent him to the Washington Wizards in exchange for Russell Westbrook. Despite his solid contributions with the Lakers, the front office felt that the acquisition of Westbrook would provide a boost to the team's star power. Caldwell-Pope's departure marked the beginning of a new era for the Lakers, but his time away from Los Angeles would not be long-lived. In Washington, Caldwell-Pope's role remained consistent, but after one season, he was traded once again, this time to the Denver Nuggets during the 2022 off-season. His move to Denver saw him become an essential part of their rotation, contributing both offensively and defensively. His steady shooting and ability to make plays on both ends of the court were key in helping the Nuggets secure the 2023 NBA championship. Caldwell-Pope's leadership, defensive prowess, and timely shooting made him a valuable asset for Denver as they secured the franchise's first-ever NBA title. Despite his success in Denver, the Nuggets decided not to re-sign him after the 2023-24 season, opting to move in a different direction with their roster. This decision left Caldwell-Pope available in free agency, and he soon signed with the Orlando Magic for the 2024 season. However, his time with the Magic has been less than stellar so far. Caldwell-Pope has struggled with his shooting, particularly from beyond the three-point line, where he is only connecting on 31.9% of his attempts. This has been a noticeable dip in production compared to his previous seasons. While he has remained a steady presence on the floor, his struggles with perimeter shooting have made it difficult for him to contribute at the same level as he did during his previous stints with the Lakers and Nuggets. Still, Caldwell-Pope's track record and past success in a Lakers uniform could make him a valuable addition for the team if they decide to pursue a reunion. The Lakers are always looking to build a championship contending roster, and adding a player with Caldwell-Pope's championship pedigree, leadership, and defensive ability could be a key move as they gear up for future title runs. While his shooting struggles are a concern, the Lakers have shown they are capable of maximizing the skills of players who may not be in their prime but still offer a wealth of experience and intangible value. Additionally, with LeBron James and Luka Doncic leading the team, Caldwell-Pope could thrive in a complementary role, providing perimeter defense and reliable shooting when needed. His ability to spread the floor with his three-point shooting would help create more space for James and Doncic to operate, allowing them to maximize their scoring and playmaking abilities. Caldwell-Pope's defense, particularly on the wing, would also be an asset to the Lakers, helping to guard opposing perimeter players and providing additional depth to their defense. One key aspect that makes a potential trade for Caldwell-Pope even more interesting is the inclusion of Dalton Knecht, a young player who has shown potential during his first year in the league. Knecht has the ability to contribute immediately, and the Magic have taken notice of his potential as a future asset. If the Lakers are willing to part ways with Knecht, they could potentially acquire a player like Caldwell-Pope, who could provide immediate value and veteran leadership. The situation is still very much up in the air, but if the Lakers decide to pursue Caldwell-Pope once again, they would be adding a player with valuable championship experience who knows what it takes to win at the highest level. If the Lakers can make this trade happen, it could be the move that puts them back on top in the Western Conference and makes them a serious contender for the NBA title once more. It's clear that the Lakers are always looking to improve their roster, and adding Caldwell-Pope could help them achieve that goal. In conclusion, even though Caldwell-Pope has struggled with his shooting in recent seasons, his championship pedigree, defensive prowess, and ability to contribute in big moments could make him a valuable addition to the Lakers. The team is always looking to enhance their roster and put themselves in the best position to win titles, and a reunion with Caldwell-Pope might just be the right move for the Lakers in their quest for another championship. If the trade goes through, it could be the boost they need to compete for a title in the years to come.